Welcome back. According to veteran journalist Earl Bousquet, there is much to be learned from the recent impeachment of U.S. President Donald Trump. Bousquet says the action has highlighted the outcome that can occur when leaders abuse their power. Bousquet spoke to Hot 7 News, sharing further insight into the matter. The world watched as U.S. President Donald Trump was impeached. The outspoken U.S. president was impeached on the basis of abuse of power and obstruction. Though some consider the impeachment a cheap blow to power of the presidency, others see the move as a step in the right direction to unseat President Trump. On the local front, veteran journalist Earl Bousquet says the powers that be should take notes of what not to do.
The president did not have a good Christmas Day, and the Republicans are looking to have a very good 2020. They're looking for plenty in 2020, but the Republicans have said you gave us nothing during the House trial, and therefore we will give you nothing more in the Senate trial. So the ups and downs, ins and outs are there to be learned, laughed at, but like I said, to be learned from as much as we can.
Meanwhile, Bousquet emphasizes the importance for members of the public to pay attention to global trends, actions, and politics. He says the international landscape greatly affects small island developing states, and awareness of world events is paramount.
Citizens should be concerned about everything happening in the world, because the world has become a global village, and everything that happens everywhere has implications for people everywhere else. While St. Lucians in St. Lucia may not be voting in the United States or may not be ruled by what happens in the United States, we can also always try to learn from the lessons.
The fast-moving impeachment of President Donald Trump that stemmed from the president's dealings with Ukraine is set to move to the Senate for trial after the House voted on Wednesday, 25th December, to adopt 2 articles of impeachment: abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Republicans control the Senate, and so it is unlikely that President Trump will be removed from office. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred. Law enforcement officials need help from the public in identifying human remains found in Gara Babono on Thursday, 19th December. Police believe that remains belong to a male between the age of 20 and 30 years old. Superintendent of Police with responsibility for territorial policing, George Nicholas, urges family members with missing male relatives to come forward by providing samples to help police identify the body. Nicholas says the police have collected 2 samples but refused to go into the identity of those 2 samples already received for testing. He stated that the goal is to send a collection of samples to local forensics to speed up the process of identification. Nicholas says if further testing is necessary, samples will be sent to forensic labs abroad. In other news, in addition to their annual festive greetings, several of the nation's parliamentary representatives provided personal reviews of 2019. Most notably, Leader of the Opposition and Castries East MP Philippe J. Pierre revisited his 2018 address for what he called an accurate prediction of a challenging year come and gone.
Last year, I called on St. Lucians to be courageous and hopeful in anticipation of a challenging 2019. And sure enough, 2019 has been a very challenging year with a worrisome economic and social environment.
That was the opening of a not-so-festive Christmas address by the Leader of the Opposition, Philippe J. Pierre. Pierre, without issuing a traditional Merry Christmas or well wishes, delved into a review of 2019 developments or lack thereof in St. Lucia's socio-economic landscape under the current administration.
Many businesses continue to struggle, and crime continues to undermine the safety and security of our citizens and their property. I wish it were not so, but sadly, these are the realities of our time.
Pierre says, though it is worrying to see the current administration struggle to address critical social issues, he envisions a coming together of the nation's people to address these issues.
In spite of the challenges, I still believe that together we can change the troubled face of our country. We can return our country to a place of tranquility, tolerance, and trust through the collective will of all those who desire a better St. Lucia. Our 238 square mile country is all we collectively can claim to be ours, and we must, therefore, jealously guard and protect it.
Pierre tasked the nations with a New Year's resolution of togetherness and prosperity to shape a better and more tranquil St. Lucia. For 7 News, I am Jacques Wooding.
Castries South East MP Guy Joseph says the holiday season is renowned for love, giving and charity. In his 2019 festive address to his constituency, Joseph lamented the annual Christmas crime surge that has long plagued the island of St. Lucia.
This is the time of year persons look forward to the most. As a child growing up, it brought many special feelings of joy and anticipation of gifts, toys, new clothes, and not forgetting the food and drinks. As a developing country, some things have changed, but this time of year is still very special because of the people we share the holidays with. 2019 has had its challenges, but we can all thank God for seeing us to this point.
Joseph urges members of the public to do their part to ensure that simple misunderstandings do not develop into holiday tragedies. He looks forward to safe and enjoyable New Year's festivities. This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. We'll be right back after this break.